Go download my free legato course right now and learn to play fast in the fastest way possible. Hey, I was very confused about music theory, about chords and how to compose, how to improvise over different chord progressions, just within the area of rock music, because I didn't see that there are two distinct, and very different types of rock music. There's the melodic rock department, and then there's the blues-based rock over here. And blues-based rock is sometimes just called rock because it's the first. It's what happened first. We had the blues, right? And when we took that blues feel and we sped up the tempo and we added drums and upright bass. But we still had the same chords. We had the same chord change. Right? Same, it's just fast blues, basically. Right? And so that was rock and roll suddenly, right? And we got Elvis, we got all these artists, and Elvis wasn't the first. He just took went on the train with the style that arose. But that's blues-based rock. And then we took it to the next level where we stopped just using the blues chords. This is a very simplified description. We stopped just using the blues changes. We stopped using those. And we started playing riffs where we took let's just do the E blues, for instance. Let's try to play it on one string. Right, we have the open string, the 3rd fret, 5th, 6th, 7th, and then the D in the 10th, and the E again. And if you place a power chord on top of those, you get the whole foundation, the whole basis of creating riffs. Blues scale, but every note has a power chord, which is just basically the root of the scale, and then the 5th on top of that, and then the octave. It isn't a minor or a major because that would entail or include the 3rd. We don't have a 3rd. So, and if you look at a band like AC/DC, all they have almost is just right. Right? It's all blues scale based. It's power chords or single notes from the blues scale. And that is the first, that's the blues, and it has the workings, the gears of blues-based rock are vastly different from melodic rock. And melodic rock is just like any other musical style. It's just like, classical music or pop music. It's just a diatonic scale with its 7 notes and its 7 chords that we mix and... so C major scale has the C, the D, the E, the F, the G, the A minor, the B minor 7th fret 5 or just half diminished. And those are the 7 chords. And then we create song. Right? And when we then get to rock, we often use the minor version of that, where we start on the 6th chord, the A minor if it's C, right? And that's not blues-based, but I can put the sound in there, which is the crazy thing. If I have that A minor, let me just do 3 chords here. The A minor of the A minor scale or the C major scale. The 3 chords, I can use the blues scale. And that was really confusing to me. So I'm using the A blues scale now. So, and that's the most confusing thing, that these 2 realms have a scale that you can use across both of them. So I never had to really deal with the fact that they're very different. So I was just using either the minor or the major pentatonic, same thing, same scale, just, different points of views. But so I was just using that across them. But at some point, I wanted to use that diatonic scale, that 7-note scale, right, with my pentatonic scale. And that's where the challenge came, because when it's blues-based, you want to play the blues scale. Let's say it's an A blues scale. You want to play that with the Dorian mode or the G major scale. So you play the G major scale with the A minor pentatonic, a blues scale, right? It fits right into the G major scale, by the way. And if you add those notes, this is the G major scale, right? And this is the A blues scale. If you add the notes, play them together, you hear that now it's an extension suddenly. The G major scale is an extension of that sound. So if I play something like... now let me see if I can record that, right? If I... This has a bluesy sound to it, right? Based on the blues scale. That's just clean blues scale. But then I can... That's a Dorian note or a G major scale note. Back into blues scale. Again, a Dorian note or a G major scale note. So I get to produce the exact same sound, but I get some extra notes to play around with. But it's still the blues-based sound, right? The blues-based rock. If I get to suddenly, and I play the chords, instead of just playing... play a riff in the background that's based on the blues scale. I play an A minor and a C major and then an E major, right? Now, this could be a pop song, right? These chords. But it's not, because of the sound we add to it, the drums and the whatever, right? The screaming voice. Then it's a rock. And I can use the A blues scale again. But if I add the G major scale, like I did before, I get some very out notes. That's because I'm in the diatonic universe. I'm playing chords that are all related to the C major scale and not the G major scale. So if I now mix the A blues scale with the C major scale instead, then suddenly I have it. I can still use my... But I can mix it, go into the diatonic scale, back in the blues. The same thing, of course, the same distinctions, the same understandings goes for when you wanna compose. If you can go back and forth between these two styles or these two fundamental ways of creating music, then in the same song, then you really have some power. And when you know exactly when is what, when am I going to use this scale combination, the other scale combination, and arpeggios suddenly, the notes of the chords in the background played separately and sequences. Once you understand, to the fullest extent what you can do in each style, then the whole picture clears up beautifully.